Please like the video and hit the goddamn subscribe button. Don't let the devil use you. I did a video the other day with the lead attorney versus this dude named Mooselocs. Y'all liked the video. I got over 1,000 views in a day. And Joe let me know that the lead attorney saw it and gave me a shout out, man. Salute to the lead attorney. Actually, this is the part 1 with Mooselocs, who will be known from now on as just Excuse Locks. But I remember the lead mentioning that he was on here before, so went back in the archives and found the video.
Mooselocs, how are you?
How's it going, man? How's it going, lead?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Can't complain. How you doing, man?
Excellent. What, you got any child support or any relationship?
Yeah, this is gonna be we're gonna change the subject. No divorce. All right. I'm not married yet.
Excellent.
But
okay.
I'm actually planning to propose soon, and eventually that'll turn into a marriage. And I came up here to get some advice or some things to look out for, or to just pay attention to as I approach the marriage and then after. Because like my father wasn't married, my grandparents, I never saw that. So I don't have anyone to formally go to and ask, hey, what should I look for? And plus, let's say I did, you would probably know more than they do anyway, because they've only been in like 1 or 2 years.
When it comes to the law, absolutely.
1 or 2, and you've seen several. So
all right, so let me ask you some things. How old are you?
26. Well, I'll be 27 next month.
Okay, so
we'll just say you're 27.
I figured.
All right, you're 27. How old is she?
24.
All right, 24. How long have you known her?
We've been, say, 2.5 years.
2.5 years. How did y'all meet?
We met back in college, like through mutual friends at a park. It was like an outing.
Okay. Y'all got any kids?
Hell no.
No. All right. That's good.
No kids.
Is she in school or is she working?
Fellas, wait to have kids,
she's
man.
working.
What does she do?
Fellas, y'all pump out the babies too early. I did too. I'm on at 23. But I didn't have any.
She's in the medical field, in medical research. So she works in like a pulmonary division of a medical research lab.
Okay, and what do you do?
I'm in biotech and pharma. I'm a process development chemist.
Jesus, okay. I can't even spell all that. And do you want kids in the future?
Oh, absolutely.
How many kids do you want?
It's like 3 just keep popping up in my head. I want about 3.
Okay, and does she want kids?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She's all about family, all about children. Yeah.
Right. Does she know that you plan on proposing to her?
Yeah, she knows that it's coming. She just doesn't know when.
Okay, have you got the ring already?
He knows funny about that. I called JT a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Ask him about, to ask him about how much I should spend on it. Of course, he didn't give me an answer to that, but he told me to make sure, if not anything else, start with a starter ring, and don't pay too much for it to where I can't provide. Essentially, plan for our life after the wedding more than what I want to spend on the ring.
Absolutely.
So focus on what the life is going to be after the wedding, not the ring so much in terms of finances.
I know he's talking about JC the accountant. I've never watched his channel. I'm very much familiar with who he is. Women focus on the wedding. And because the wedding is important to the woman, she makes it important for the man. And people put all this focus on a wedding that's just a fucking day, man. I was married once. We went to the courthouse. That's when I was in my early 20s. If I get married again, which likely I do plan on doing it sometime in my 40s, the weddings are often wasting money. They're a waste of money, man. It's a party. Spending 50 grand, 100 grand on a one-day event is fucking madness, man. Madness. And don't let y'all woman ever talk you into that shit. If she do, kick her to the curb.
Gotcha. All right. I've got a sensitive question for you.
Let's go, man.
I want you to be honest, all right?
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Have you talked to her about a prenup?
Nah.
We said I should have watched this in the other order. I already know the answer to that.
See? My man's all in damn biotech and chemist and this and that. Just walking to the slaughterhouse. I'm so glad. I know.
So, I don't know. Like, Kev really helped me realize, after I was talking to her for a while, that she was the woman that I would need like later on in my, well, I mean, even now, like when we met back at the park, let's just say I wasn't an incel. I wasn't looking for attention from women.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was pretty satisfied. But over time, as you know, things started to happen, I started to drop off some of the other ladies and start to like really focus in on her. And then once I got into Kev's content, like, you know, the inspirational, the nice, like the exuberance, like just all of the components that makes you want to be a better man, and like she's a person that makes me more happy than I would otherwise. I'm usually like right in the middle when it comes to attitude, I guess. Like usually more mellow, and she reminds me to like smile at different things just out of contagion, just because she's like that bubbly type of person.
I'm picking up what you put down.
What does all that have to do with the prenup, though?
Great point, Lee.
I mean, I'm here.
I was lost in the story.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that, you know. So eventually, one other thing that JT suggested was marriage counseling, premarital counseling. And or would there be somewhere that you would talk about prenup, or should you do it before?
First of all, you need to tell JT that he needs to talk to all of y'all about a damn prenup. Like, I mean, he's the money man. All right? I need to send him an email saying, anytime you talk to these brothers, to bring up the damn prenup. Now, you know, he's not a lawyer, so we all like to stay in our own lane. Lord knows I would not talk to anybody about taxes and stuff like that.
Stay in your own lane, man.
The prenup is so important. And it's hard for us to talk about it. It is.
Okay, so in what situations would you absolutely suggest a prenup? Like you would think a person would need one, and is there any situation where a prenup wouldn't be so you wouldn't need it so much, I guess?
What you got, Lee?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need a prenup if your marriage lasts 60 years. But how do you know?
Yeah.
Right? It's like house insurance, you know? You can say, well, is there any reason where, or any situation where you get house insurance and you never use it? Home insurance, and you know, maybe your home never burns down, right? But how do you know?
Yeah, that's the risk.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, I mean, men, so many millions of men have gotten screwed over, Mooselocs. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, this is a 20-year divorce attorney. It's not worth it for someone like you, a chemist, to get married without a prenup. Now, it's good that you haven't bought the ring yet, because if you have not talked to her about this damn prenup, you don't know how she's going to react. And the fact that you don't know how she's going to react is one reason why you haven't talked to her about the prenup. I mean, you're a smart guy. You've heard the word prenup before.
Yeah.
You've decided not to use that word with her.
Honestly, Lee, like,
I
know this. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. So this might be wishful thinking. Of course, I don't think it is, but just like looking ahead in the future, I don't see like just the relationship I see myself having with her, or with us having together.
You don't see
like
it
the
going
thought
sour?
of prenup never comes up in my head, honestly.
You think you're the only one, bro? No one gets married envisioning their divorce. I didn't get married envisioning mine either. Here we are, bro.
So I've dealt with other women in my past who you would have to side eye and think, would she like double cross? Would she become spiteful? Would she want vengeance, etc.? Honestly, I don't think my lady has that in her heart. And I mean, so we've never talked about prenups, but we have talked about divorce after having children. Like, what would that look like for us?
And it would look terrible for you. How do you talk about a divorce and not talk about a prenup?
Prenup. I know.
And you say you know, but then it's like, when you say you know, what does that mean?
So when I say I know, I mean I know what you're going to say next. So
change that on the screen.
I understand how the prenup piece is vital to the divorce after children. Now that's something that I guess
it's vital for the divorce after children. It's vital for the divorce before the children. It's vital it should be vital to the marriage. And you know, it could be a test. You could you don't really find out things about people when the times are good. You find out things about people when the times are bad. Now, y'all have been together for a couple years, so y'all have been through some rough times, right? But you know, what's really going to happen when you talk about the prenup? Is she going to be like, all right, you know, well, you know, where's that? Or is she going to be like, a prenup? What do you mean? And then you're going to be like,
you don't love me.
Exactly.
Exactly. You don't need to hear from me.
You know, and ask yourself really, Mooselocs, if she flips out, is this a side of her that you didn't anticipate? If she flips out, you know, you're saying, oh, well, I don't see this in our future. I don't see that in our future. Did you see her flipping out?
No.
And if it's to protect you and her, why is she flipping out? Hopefully she wants the best for you. But if she doesn't want to sign a prenup saying that you're not going to get stuck paying her attorney's fees, if she doesn't want to sign a prenup saying you're not going to stuck paying her alimony, she don't want to sign any of that. What does that mean for you?
Yeah.
What does that mean? That this is the person that you want 3 kids with, who wants you to pay alimony, wants you to pay her attorney's fees? Why does she want this bad stuff for you when you want to give her 3 kids? Like these are all questions that we need to ask ourselves. And why are you hesitant to even talk about it? You know, I mean, if she's
I wouldn't say I'm hesitant, honestly.
You're
we can talk about. Like,
you're smart. You've heard
it's something that I've never like even
Moose.
Stop.
I never thought it would be an important thing to talk about because we both know that we're on the same team in the conversation. Like I'm not trying to win, she's not trying to win, and we both know that.
That's
so we
awesome.
try to figure out. I wouldn't say who's right or who's wrong, but what the reality is outside of ourselves. And once we both realize that we're able to agree on it, then we, you know, like our perspectives usually align after we figure out like what's the best thing. So if the prenup thing is brought up by me, she's not going to flip out because she knows what kind of person I am.
So and you're gonna bring it up?
I can bring it up, Lee. I can bring it up.
You
said going to bring it up. I know.
Let me ask you, when are you going to bring it up?
I don't know.
This video was 3 months, by the way. As we can tell from our recent video, he never brought it up. Just thought I'd throw that out.
When are you going to get the ring?
So I'm still shopping around a bit. I don't want to say too much because I don't know if anybody's listening who knows what's happening.
All right, let's say
a date.
Okay, fair enough. Are you going to talk about the prenup with her and get that all settled before you spend thousands of dollars on a ring?
Nope.
See, guys.
I know.
This is you know. and listen, Moose. It's not what the situation you're in right now is tough. It's not like I'm saying, oh, just get a prenup. It's easy. It's not easy, man. Especially if it's a girl that you love. Like I get it, man. I get it. What I'm telling you is that you're 26 and I have represented the 34-year-old version of Mooselocs, the 42-year-old version of Mooselocs. And the 42-year-old version of Mooselocs wants to go back and kill the 26-year-old version. Because the 26-year-old version got scared, didn't want the girl to go away. And now the 42-year-old version of Mooselocs is getting bent over the damn barrel and getting fucked in the ass. I never saw it coming. And this is another thing too, guys, and this is what you're not appreciating as well, Mooselocs, and you would have no reason to see this. You would have no reason to appreciate it. Your future wife, she sounds like a really cool person. Just, you know, she's not really, you know, not screaming or anything, kind of going with the flow, right? What you guys don't understand is that when we represent women, a lot of times we'll tell women, hey, this is what you can get.
Yeah.
And the woman will be like, oh, I don't really want to do that. Some attorneys will be like, no, we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it. And so the attorney's going to start doing stuff and you're going to be like, I didn't think that was in her. And it wasn't. It was her attorney who was doing it.
Wow, great
But
point.
she's allowing her attorney to do it because her attorney knows best. You're paying for the attorney anyway. You're paying for her attorney to screw you. And you're like, I never thought that she would do this to me. And it's her attorney riding your ass.
Yeah.
Right? You're not taking into consideration that there's going to be another person, a person who doesn't give a shit about you. Some white lady. And she's gonna bend you over. She's gonna spread them cheeks, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know she was gonna. If I only had that prenup." Oh yeah.
Go.
Listen, it gets ugly. Okay. It gets absolutely ugly. You're thinking that it's just you and her, and it's not true. There are lawyers that are going to be involved, influencing. There are judges that are going to be involved, influencing. You're not counting. You're not considering any of these other people.
Yeah.
And these people will screw you in a heartbeat. Maybe she won't. They will.
Okay. So I see that you're a strong advocate for prenups.
It's the number one thing that you can do. You would be making a big mistake if you bought that ring before you had a signed prenup. It would be such a big mistake. It would be one of the biggest mistakes, one of the potential biggest mistakes that you ever make in your life. Now, let me be honest with you. It could very well be the case that you guys get married, you pop out a kid, you pop out another one, y'all do the whole 7-year thing and y'all get divorced and it's fine. I mean, that could very well be the case. The vast majority of men don't have prenups. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you, I see the devastation when they don't have it and things don't go their way. You should not count on that. You should not count on being lucky. It's not worth it.
Okay, so outside of protection with the prenup, is there any other thing that I should pay attention to or plan ahead for?
The prenup is number one. Honestly, it sounds like you're really in love with her, and that's a fundamental part. If I were you, if you can, I would wait. I would wait until you're at least 30. Your brain I know you're a chemist and all, your brain just fully formed last year. I know you think that you see things so clearly. You get my age and 26-year-olds, they barely know anything.
Yeah, I understand I will, yeah.
And she's younger than you. If she was older than you, she could do this whole shit or get off the pot type of thing. But she's significantly younger than you. So by the time you're 30, what is she? 28?
Yeah.
She's still good. So there's no rush to marriage.
There is a rush.
What's the rush?
Her.
So she
look at Lou. I wish you could see Lou in the back. Lou is like this. Go ahead. What's the rush?
What's the rush, bro?
Okay, so as I said before, we've been together for about 2.5 years. Okay. Things are getting pretty serious between us. The problem is we live in 2 different states right now. I work in Boston. She works in Denver. And we plan on moving in together. But before that can happen, marriage.
Oh my God. This got worse. This got really worse.
Okay.
Y'all haven't lived together? Y'all haven't lived together yet?
No.
Oh shit. He did say they
has the whole 2-year relationship been
long distance?
No.
It hasn't?
No, it has not.
How long have y'all lived apart?
In different states? About a year.
Okay, so what is the rush again to get married? You said that there was a rush. What's the rush?
Yeah, for us to her family is super huge with community and with the whole marriage thing. Is she African? What is she? Exactly.
These damn Africans. Where's she from? Kenya? Where's she from?
No. Ethiopia.
Okay.
So
is she a citizen?
Yeah.
Hey,
you gotta check. I
gotta ask.
Yeah, I get
Shit,
that.
I gotta ask. Come on now. This is taking a bad turn. You know, when I ask you what the rush is for you,
you say it's her,
and then you
family.
bring up her family.
Mm-hmm.
You bring up her mother and her father. It's a rush for you as a man, like you.
You don't rush for nobody, bro.
I was way on board with this marriage, you know, until 3 minutes ago. I really was.
Okay,
This is getting bad. The fact that you guys don't live in the same state. You guys aren't close. I'm not saying that you guys should not get married. I am absolutely saying that you should not get married now. You should absolutely not. I haven't heard a reason why there's a rush.
Yeah, you
keep saying that there's a rush. I have not heard a good reason.
Yeah,
well, her uncle in Ethiopia wants us to get married. Well, who cares what the uncle wants? I haven't heard a reason for a rush. What's the rush again? Tell me the rush.
Okay, so at this point, I mean, even outside of the family, I think I'm just ready for it. Like, I'm ready to focus and just get out of the field. And honestly, she's been ready for marriage.
Let's stop. What does it mean? What do you mean when you say get out of the field?
Like, just
chasing at the
You're supposed to be out of the field anyway. You've been dating this girl you're not playing the field. You're off the field.
Okay. I want to get more focused. Start building together.
When you say get more focused, what is this? You're talking in all these concepts. What does it really mean? When you say you want to get more focused, y'all have been together for 2.5 years. Y'all have been holding a year-long, long-distance relationship together. Nothing takes more focus than that.
Okay, so yeah, that takes time away. So you can only bond so much on visits. Like, I fly out there, she fly out here.
Correct.
But if we're able to be together, we can. So all of the management that it takes to keep together a long distance relationship would vanish. So we can use that effort to do other stuff with together instead of, okay, what time are you waking up today so I can make sure I call you before.
Or wait. Are you talking about
time difference?
You're talking about the effort that it takes to make phone calls, and yet you sit here and you say you want 3 children with this lady. You're talking about the effort that it takes to phone calls. What type of effort do you think it takes to raise 3 children?
Okay, so like that's not the biggest burden. It's
You see, when I pin you down on something, you skeet to another place. You just
okay. We can stay somewhere. So I think what's happening is okay. So you would ask me a question, and of course I'm trying to think of things on the fly. Maybe I think of a scenario where that isn't the best scenario example to give. So I want you
to take your time, because this is an important conversation. I appreciate you having it. And go ahead.
The lead is so patient, man.
So
I'm already punch him in the
Let me ask you this. When y'all get married, what's the deal? Is she going to move in with you, or you're going to move in with her? She's going to move in with you.
So she's moving.
Can she find a job easily where you're at?
Yes.
She can find a job easily. Where's she living now? In an apartment or with her family?
With her family.
And what's your living situation?
I have roommates.
And when y'all live together, what's gonna happen? You're gonna buy a house?
Oh, hell no. Nah, we'll get an apartment.
Apartment?
Yeah.
And this is another thing too. This is another reason why it's good to wait, because you'll be in a stronger financial situation at 30.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What happens if I wait until 30 and lose her?
I'll answer that for the lead. You still a chemist, bro. And on the other video, you were saying that you were high value. Dude, you're winning. Decent looking dude. Get rid of that weak ass chin hair. But you seem like a decent enough dude who make good money and you're single with no kids, man. If she doesn't want to wait, man, move on. There's going to be 100 girls behind her. You're winning.
How are you going to lose her?
Because the long distance, the wait, and it's like in certain African cultures, especially with hers, it would be looked down upon. If she was to come live with me, we're living together. Like the father gives off the daughter to the boyfriend, which they don't believe in anyway. It's like that arrangement just culturally isn't accepted for them. So if I wait until then, we're like our time apart will be longer than our time together in person, and that is going to put a bunch of stress on the relationship as that is. So there's a big possibility that I would lose her. And the reason why I really want to be with her is because I see like the just her disposition. Very kind, very nice, very exuberant. She's a person that I would be able to take to any event and we will set off fireworks, but then go back home, have a romantic dinner, or just do something simple like go and get ice cream, and it's always going to be exciting. You know, like we bring so much joy to each other, and it would be even better if we were able to be together.
I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you. And if she lived down the street from you, I would be so gung-ho about y'all's marriage. I still think you should probably wait, but I would be much more gung-ho. Here's the problem, Moose, and I suffer from this too. I really do. You are hesitant. You're hesitant to put yourself first. Right? Yep. It's like she's not hesitant to put herself first. She's going to put herself first. She's going to put her family first. She's going to put her culture first. I'm Ethiopian. This is how we do things. So she's not going to bend to you. You are going to bend to her. It's not, you're a fucking chemist, but she's never like, oh, what if I lose him?
Yes, she is. So what about this?
Wait. If you're saying that she's like, oh, well, what if I lose him? Then just say, hey, baby, we're gonna wait. Yep. We're gonna wait until we're 30, and that way you won't lose me. I'm here. You know I love you. Mm-hmm. Right? Or you can come over and listen. And some guys would tell you not to do this, but I would try it out. Move out from your goddamn roommates and get an apartment. Mm-hmm. Some people in the red pill community are like, don't do this, but it's way better than the track you're going down.
Okay, what is it?
Fucking live together. Get a fucking 1-year lease. Can you afford a lease on your own?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Get a lease. Just put your fucking name on the lease, and just do it.
It's not gonna fly.
It's not gonna fly with who?
With her and her family.
Exactly. It's not gonna fly with her and goddamn her family.
Okay. So with her, she would do it. Honestly, the main reason why she wouldn't do it is because the optics.
It's even worse. This is even worse. The fact that you said that she would do it. She would do it herself, but she can't because of her family.
Yeah, that's important, lead, isn't it?
Who is she prioritizing? You or her family?
The community and myself, like we're both very important pieces in her life.
No, right? No, I'm saying there's one person at the top, one thing at the top. Yeah. Is it her family? Is her culture? Is it you? Like, who is at the top? You're saying that she would want to do what you're saying, but she can't because of her community. Is her community what's her community gonna be doing for you when you're been over in divorce court?
Great point.
It's like
you're just not putting yourself. You're putting yourself first in the short term because you're like, oh, I gotta have her. Because man, if you say that there are not a lot of hers around, I would agree with you. There's a lot of people who be like, no, a bunch of fish in the sea. It's a lot of trash.
I'm telling you, I have
agreed with that.
I don't want to say too much, but you know what I'm about to say. And it's like, it's only a few women that I've met that has these qualities. And it's like trying to find them young and trying to find them single.
Child.
That shit don't happen.
I get what you're saying, bro.
Most great people are not single, man. You gotta look up. Most people who are like high quality people are stolen out of relationships. They're stolen. Yeah. It's so hard to where it lines up the timing to where one high quality woman is single and a high quality male is single and they're in the same place and they're attracted to each other and they're compatible in terms of their personality. It's so hard. Usually you got to steal them away.
It's a great point. And Mr. Samuels used to say as well, the wives are snatched up when they're young. So when he's talking to a woman who's 38, who's 41 and never been married and talking about she's a wife, he's like, no, you would have been snatched up 20 years ago.
Yeah. So when you say, man, like it's going to be so hard for me to find enough, all these red pill people, they'll be like, oh, you're right. You're right, Moose. You're absolutely right. You're going down a very risky road. And if you go down this road with no prenup, it doesn't look good. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The fact that y'all have been long distance for a year, the fact that you are not negotiating with her, you're negotiating with her goddamn culture, with her family, what her uncles are gonna think. It's too many people. It's not just you and her, a team.
There's too many cooks in the kitchen.
It's you and her, and now you've got to contend with the uncles and the aunts. That's not how you want to be as a high value man like you are. It's just not. You want to run the show. You will never run the show with her uncles and aunts being a part of it. Now, if you were part of the same culture, you wouldn't have are you Ethiopian?
Oh no.
Exactly. If you were part of the culture, you'd be like, yeah, this is just how we do it. You wouldn't have a problem. I handle so many marriages and divorces where the people are from the same religion, especially I remember back in the day, man, people from Pakistan and India, they would all do these arranged marriages and they were cool. Like, yeah, this is how it was. So you don't have a problem handing over the power to the ancestors if that's your culture too. But the fact that it's not your culture, you're bending your will to these uncles and aunts and ancestors and communities, and you're not giving yourself the priority that you need to give yourself.
I'm in 100% agreement with the lead. I admire the Ethiopian culture, that African culture, all other cultures who have that woman should wait to be married, shouldn't be living with a man. I totally get it and respect it. But at the same time, if that's not a part of your culture, if it's something that I don't necessarily believe in, then I won't adhere to its rules. It's just that simple. So I will lay that out for the young lady. Yeah, but I want you to move in with me. So we gonna do it or not? She's special, let him tell her. And I get it. I'm not trying to mock him.
It's just, and I'm not saying that you should not get married to this woman, but you should absolutely wait. And waiting is not great because, like you're saying, the waiting can degrade the relationship. How are you supposed to go 4 years with long distance? Mm-hmm. It's not, good luck. And if you said that she could find a job easily near you, she needs to move. She needs to move. And if she doesn't, what the best case scenario would be, she just moved into an apartment close to you. She worked.
I was just thinking shit. She get a part
now that might not be feasible. So then the next thing is a little bit riskier. Is y'all move in together and y'all play house, and you play house for 4 years. And if y'all play house for 4 years and you're like, listen, or 3 years, whatever, but not at 26, Lord knows, 29, 30, and just say, this is now that we've been together in the same house, in the same bedroom.
Got to learn each other.
We're not long distance anymore. now I have proof. Like chemists, y'all use the scientific method, right? Y'all want proof. Y'all don't just take shit on faith. You're taking all this on faith, and like your whole career is something totally the opposite.
I wouldn't say it's totally faith. I get your point. So I'm not taking anything away from your point, but also
y'all haven't even lived together.
I like to think I'm a decent judge of character, or I have decent discernment.
I just told you that there are other people that will influence her, and you haven't discerned anything about those. What about this white?
I understand. Like I understand. I completely agree. And after, as you were saying that, I mean, it became like obvious. Of course, before I wasn't thinking about an attorney saying, "Hey, you should do this," and then forcing her to do it. But as you bring it up,
and she listens to people. Apparently, she listens to her community. She listens to her family. If her mother and father go hire this white lady, and her mother and father say, "Hey, you need to listen to this white lady, this attorney that we've hired," she's gonna listen. And where does that leave you? See, you were never in control in the first place because her fucking family's running the show. And it's like, God damn, guys, how is it that we are so smart? We are so intelligent. We have so much value, and we are subjecting ourselves. We're putting ourselves lower to other people.
I don't know if I mentioned that in the other video, but Mooselocs is an obviously intelligent man. He's a fucking chemist for Christ's sake. He just don't have no backbone.
I've done it myself. I'm like, God damn, like, why do we do this? And some people don't. Some men don't. I'll be honest with you. Some men are like, fuck all these women. I just want to fuck them all in the ass, and I'll die alone. I don't care. You got all types of dudes.
Right. You ain't lied about that.
You got dudes that want to spin plates. They want 6 girls, all different girls, all the time.
That shit really old. Like all the sex.
I can't.
You get lame.
How can you do that?
You get tired of it.
You give me just one good girl, man. Can you do that? I feel you, but you are going down the wrong road. I'm telling you, and this ain't just me just spouting off. You're talking to an expert in the field.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Okay. How about this? Can we go down 2 pathways and you can give advice on 2 different roads? So let's say I continue down the road that I'm on right now. 26, get married soon. There's probably a few things that I'm putting at risk and a few things that I will have to look out for. But then at 30, some of the risks from the 26 have been alleviated, but maybe some other ones still remain. Like, how could you juxtapose those two? What will pop out? Like, what would be the differences?
The difference, if you wait, is that you will have more maturity. You won't think some of the naive things that you're thinking right now. You'll maybe it's just you and her. You'll think about things in a different light. You'll see her in a different light. She's going to change from 24 to 28. You'll have the hindsight, or you'll have the benefit to see those changes. And you'll get to decide if you want to marry her now that she's changed more. She's maturing too. You will have, I don't know if you play poker or not. Do you play poker?
Nah, I don't.
All right. In poker, it's a huge advantage to go last because you get to see what other people are doing. All right. And, marriage is the same way. It's better if you can get married a little later than a little sooner, because you get to see how these people are changing. You get to see how they're moving. But it's just a bad look for you. She's beholden to her damn ancestors and her community and her uncles and aunts. She's going to listen to them more than she listens to you, which is a bad sign if you're supposed to be the husband. You're going to be providing for her, but she's listening to other people. You guys haven't lived in the same state for over a year. And so that's part of the reason why there's a rush, because you can kind of feel like maybe your relationship is degrading because of all of the distance. It's certainly more expensive. It certainly takes effort. You guys aren't as close. So that's incentivizing you to get into this marriage. You say you want 3 kids. I know for a fact that once you guys get married, y'all are going to have a fucking kid in 12 months. So now you
no.
Watch what happens. Watch what happens. I swear to God. Swear to God.
Contraceptives.
Especially if she's Ethiopian. Watch what happens. Does she want kids?
Yeah, she wants kids, but she.
Listen.
Come on, Lee.
I'm just telling you what I see. I'm telling you what I see.
How often does that happen? Like when they both want kids, but the man wants them later, and the
women will get kids. Listen, women will get kids out of you so easy. You can fight 50 times. She only got to win one time, and she got that damn kid.
Yeah.
Married women get kids out of their husbands who don't want more kids, and they do it all the time. All the time. The guy will be like, okay, listen, we had 2 kids. We can't afford another one. 6 months later, bitch pregnant. And what can he say? It happens all the time. There's just so much. Listen, I got other people in the back. I'm just telling you, this is, I don't like the way this looks.
Okay, I have one last question.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this would be a good way to just send it off. So in what scenario would you advise 2 people to actually get married? Like, when is it beneficial for them, or when is it, I guess, the right thing to do? Outside of them honestly like wanting to, but I guess just one scenario. Just to end it on a
for one example, immigration. Sometimes people get married just for immigration benefits. Now, some people say, oh, you shouldn't get married for immigration. Listen, some countries are rough. And if you can get married and have someone stay in this country and, bring their family, I know a lot of Republicans aren't going to hear this shit, but, have them go live in the Congo for 18 months and see if they come out alive. No shit. There are a lot of reasons. It's like medicine. There'll be a pill that you can take for arthritis, and then it turns out that, by the way, it also, keeps your dick hard or something like that. These are called like off-label uses.
Yeah.
Right. Now, doctors prescribe the pill for arthritis, but they find out it lowers your cholesterol too. That's like an off-label use. Marriage has a lot of off-label uses. People just think that marriage is about love, and that's the sole use, and it's not. There are so many off-label uses for marriage, but you're not entering into this marriage for an off-label use. You're trying to enter into this marriage for the real use, and it's not good. I'm just telling you. I've seen this so many times. You have a lot of red flags.
There are some off-label uses, but outside of immigration.
You said name one. Another military. Anybody in the military? How many of you military dudes got married for that damn BAH? All these damn listen, there are tons. I'm telling you.
I wonder how long those things last.
That does happen though.
Not long.
They get divorced after like a few months, a year.
There's so many off-label uses for religion. So, but none of that applies to you. You're not trying to marry someone because you want some BAH benefits. You're trying to do it for the real reason. I'm telling you, as a 20-year divorce attorney, I see red flags all over this.
Okay.
All right, but you're certainly free to do what you want, but at least get a damn prenup. Don't buy it, and I don't think you're going to do it, but don't buy the ring before you get the prenup signed. And you're going to be like, well, her ancestors don't believe in prenups. I'm like, all right.
I mean, I have no idea.
The league called it.
Honestly, I didn't. So, of course, I'm not privy to the whole process behind getting married, getting the prenup and stuff, but I didn't know you can get a prenup before you said before you get the ring, right?
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even know you can do that. But yeah, Lee, I appreciate the
Look at Lou. Lou's like, Jesus Christ. I appreciate you coming in. Calling in, and it's been very enlightening to a lot of people. I think it's going to help a lot of people. A lot of young cats like you, high value, but this is the first time we're getting into this situation. And so being able to talk to somebody who's an older man and also an expert in the field, it helps out. So I really appreciate you coming up.
Oh, for sure. And in the event everything goes down as I planned it to, or as I foresee, and the years progress, I'll give you updates over time, because I know you've seen things. I'm pretty sure you've seen a ton of terrible marriages, but I don't think ours would be one. And just so we can reflect on this one day, not saying that I would become an integral part of your life, but just
What's this dude
that you can see that how my judgment is over time. But yeah, Lee, I
already know how your judgment. Have you won the lottery?
Oh, hell no. I don't even play the lottery.
Okay, so don't talk to me about your foresight. You know, listen, guys, I don't know what y'all think. Like, some of y'all think y'all are clairvoyant. Y'all don't understand how people change. This is why you need to wait. Because you're 26 years old, thinking that you've got some clairvoyancy, you've got some insight on how this 24-year-old is going to be in 10 years. This is why you need to wait, because you don't understand. You don't still understand the world. You're telling me that you're gonna email me in 2 years. Oh, so we can judge my insight on a random 24-year-old.
Preaching, bro.
Oh my God!
I know she's random to you, Lee. But it's like, okay, how about this?
She's random to you. You've only known her for 2 years.
Okay.
She's random. She's not random to me. She's random to you.
The lead was done. He brought the lead back in the game.
2 years. And now all of a sudden, you know how she's going to be 10 years later. You know how she's going to be 5 times longer than the period that you've known her.
I wouldn't say that.
So what are you talking about? You're gonna contact me later on, and we're gonna see how good your insight was. You've only known her for 2 years. You didn't even grow up with her. Listen, shout out to you, man. But I hope you guys are seeing this. Like, this is why we need to wait. Because anybody what you're saying makes sense to 22-year-olds.
Yeah.
It does not make sense to 33-year-olds. None of what you're saying, this last part made sense to men in their 30s.
Okay,
but you don't see it yet.
I'm in my 30s.
Okay, how about this? I'll take the advice that you gave me, and before everything else goes down, I'll go and talk to people who have been in marriages, who actually have the years in. Would you advise that would you say it's a good idea?
What the fuck are they gonna tell you? They've been married for 30 years. This gets me so upset, because I do marriages for people who've been married 25 years, divorces, people who've been married 30 years. You can talk to somebody who's been married for 35 years and their marriage is shit.
Now, like, I get that, Lee. All I'm saying, I take
wait. Let me just make this point.
You can talk.
Let me just make this point. Some people say, oh, well, all you need to do is talk to some woman who's been married 35 years. She knows what she's doing. It's a lie. You have no idea what's gone on in that lady's kitchen over the last 35 years. No one knows. Some of y'all's parents have been married 30 years and y'all don't know what the hell went on. You know who finds out what happened in your parents' 30-year marriages? Me. Yeah. I find out. My paralegal finds out. You guys are bragging on the internet that y'all's parents have been married for 30 years. Y'all don't even know the half.
Yeah.
Right? So, you're just going to talk to somebody who's been married 30 years and they're going to give you the game?
Lee, that's not what I'm saying, okay?
It sounded a little bit like, well,
I know. So let me get it out. I know.
Okay, run it. What you got?
So me coming up, one of the motivations of me coming up to talk to you is to seek counsel. Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm saying is, like, this is one of the steps. So JT was one of the steps. You are absolutely one of the steps. What I'm saying is I want to, like, broaden my scope. You know, I can only have so much of your time on stream. Now, who knows? Maybe I'll pay
Don't do that. Don't pay.
Or whatever.
Don't pay. Just get a prenup. I just want you to be skeptical. You know, anytime someone tells you, I've been married 35 years, you guys don't know what goes on in these marriages.
Yeah,
I do.
I understand it. Like, I understand, like, that there's only so much they'll tell you. And we don't have all day, but like, just seeking even more, just to get a more broad overview. But what you
regarding divorce, you don't need more broad than what I just gave you.
Yeah,
you don't. Now, if you're a religious guy and you want to go talk to your pastor, do that. And good luck, getting any useful information out of that.
No shit.
Or you want to, talk to some Ethiopians about how their culture feels about marriage, then run that. But, you can talk to somebody and get the real deal. And, there's nobody better to talk to about this than me.
No, I feel you, Lee.
It's certainly not some random woman who's been married 35 years just because she's married. Because I know all the time she got beat up. God, listen. All the time that she was cheating. You guys don't hear about all these women cheating, all these women who got kids, and the father of the 2 kids isn't the father of the first. You guys don't hear about all of that. I find out about that, and you find out about it when you take that damn 23andMe test. That's when y'all find out. Like, it's sketchy as hell out here. Like, you're talking to the right person. If you want to go find a married couple to talk to, go ahead, because that's what you said. I'll just find a married couple. Okay.
No. So I think when I first brought it up, I asked you, would that be a good thing to do? Like, would you advise that? And you obviously say that's not so much of a great idea. And we can roll the tape back if you don't think that's what I said, but that's what I said.
All right. No, I believe you. Listen, everybody does what they want to do. And this is the great thing about talking to 25, 26-year-olds. They got it all figured out, right? All I want to do is...
I don't think I have it all figured out.
I just fucking with you.
I understand people who are twice my age have probably 4 times my knowledge.
I do want to say this, though. Let me just say 2 things. I see red flags all over this. All right, number 1. And number 2, please consider getting a prenup before you get the ring.
Okay.
That's it. And then if you can do those things, if you can get the damn prenup before you get the ring, I'll feel way more comfortable with all these goddamn red flags you got. Because if you got just red flags and you don't have any protection, you just, like, I don't even want to hear it when you get screwed over, to be honest. Like, so many men get screwed over, but they didn't have this opportunity that you're having.
Is it talk to you, right?
And yeah, because it's expensive. And so if you end up getting screwed over because her uncle and her aunt hired some white woman attorney that's spreading your cheeks, and you didn't get a prenup,
Yeah, I feel you, Lee. And you're obviously a very successful, intelligent brother. Like I have faith that you're gonna make the right decision. I hope so.
No, I hope so too. Shout out to Mooselocs, man. Thank you so much, Mooselocs, for coming on.
Lee makes great points as always, especially about him being 25 and 26, thinking that he has it all figured out. I thought the call was ending, and then he said that ridiculous shit about he'll contact him in the near future to show the progress, so he could prove to him his decision making, man. But if you were making wise decisions, you'd be listening to the guy you called up for it. Listen to the man; he's giving you free game. But we all know how it ended up, because this video is 3 months old and Mooselocs did not get the prenup anyway, man. But I just wanted to go back and see and understand his logic and reasoning, or lack thereof, as to why he didn't want to get the prenup. To put her traditions above your own wants and priorities. What the hell do I know? I'm just part of talking on YouTube. You guys let me know what you think after party in the comments. Mooselocs, do better.